So I've consumed a lot. I've consumed so much Manchester United content over the last couple of days. So much. Welcome to Locked and Loaded. Today, we are going to talk about Arsenal's win over Manchester United, where we won 3-1. Wasn't the best game in the world, but we came out victors. So today I want to cover the game a little bit. I want to speak about a couple of performances from our players. I want to speak about the general feel of the team, the general feel of us, the fans, the fan base, and our start to the season. I want to take a look and just project forward into our games after the international break. And just have a look what we have coming up next, because September is not going to be an easy month, even going into October. All right, so let's get started. So I've consumed a lot. I've consumed so much Manchester United content over the last couple of days. I've loved every second of it. I've loved the fact that their club is in an absolute mess right now. I mean, just an absolute mess. You know, it's actually a little bit worse off right now in certain aspects than Arsenal was a couple of years ago. It really is. It's just not looking good for them, and I absolutely love it. I even thought about it this week, like, do I hate Manchester United more than Tottenham? You know, and I have this thing every season. It's like when we beat Manchester United, I'm like, yes, fucking hate those guys. And I think I hate them more than Tottenham. And then we play Tottenham, and when we beat them, I'm like, yes, I fucking hate those guys. I hate them more than Manchester United. So it's like this constant back and forth between the two. But really this week when I thought about it, I think Manchester United might edge it. I think I might hate Manchester United more than I hate Tottenham, which I know is a little bit, I mean, it's not crazy. If you're old enough, you'll understand why, because of the rivalry between Arsenal and Manchester United. And by the way, when we were at our lowest, no club put more salt in the wound than Manchester United. So to have the tables turned right now, and have it all be just the way it is right now, and the trajectory in which we're going and the state in which they're in, I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Love it. Now, this wasn't really a great performance. I think especially for the neutrals, for me personally, because I was so heavily invested in the game, heavily emotionally invested in the outcome of the game, it wasn't a boring game for me, you know. So it wasn't like filled with scintillating football for the whole 90 minutes or anything like that, but it definitely wasn't a boring game because I was just so invested in sort of analyzing and just, you know, paying attention to every detail of the game, and almost like every inch, you know, that we got closer to their goal, I would enjoy. And every inch or any time they sort of like played through our press, I would get like super nervous. So yeah, so for me, it was just not entertaining, but I would say, I don't know, use the word interesting. I don't know what a better word would be, but intriguing game. Just an intriguing game, you know. So yeah, it wasn't our best day. We missed some absolute sitters. The obvious ones being Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz. I'm not really gonna get into Kai Havertz like that because I think it's been spoken about to death. And I just want to give that a little bit of time and let that breathe a little bit. He had a bad game. And for me, that's it. He had a bad game. that's the end of it, and I'm willing to just move on from it. We've got enough players. We're not heavily reliant on Kai Havertz working out. I know a lot of people are like, this is the hill Arteta will die on, or Arsenal have to make this work. We don't really have to make it work. Like we've got the depth now in the squad that if push comes to shove, we can actually move Havertz out of the team. There was a time, for example, when Mesut Ozil was still at the club. If Ozil didn't play well, it was a big problem because we didn't have anyone on the bench to come on. So we just had to keep playing him and playing him and playing him. Same with Aubameyang at the time. It was like, he was in terrible form, but we just had to keep playing him and playing him and playing him. And right now, someone can be in bad form and we've got someone else who can just come in and take over. So I'm not really worried about the Havertz thing. I want him to do well. I really hope he picks up form and gets better over time. But whatever. As long as we're winning games right now, that's all that matters to me. So what I really want to talk about, or not really want to talk about, there's a couple of things that I want to cover over the course of this episode, but someone I really want to talk about, and mind you, I'm recording this on the 7th of September, so this is a couple of days after the Manchester United game. It's like the Thursday after. And, first of all, congratulations to Martin Odegaard and Ramsdale and Saka for their nominations in their relative categories, 2 of them being for the Ballon d'Or. But having said that, at what point do we start talking about Bukayo Saka? Like, I know he's the fan favorite and he's come out of our academy and I absolutely love that kid. But I feel like he gets away with a lot of bad performances. And really what I mean is not that he needs to be dropped or, but I just feel like if anyone else has a less than 8 out of 10 performance, it gets spoken about. So this could be Martin Odegaard. If Odegaard is not on it, we talk about it. If Thomas Partey is not on it, we talk about it. If Zinchenko's not on it, we talk about it. If Ramsdale's not on it, we talk about it. If Martinelli's not on it, we talk about it. But it seems like when it comes to Bukayo Saka, it's sort of like, I guess he didn't really have a good game, but it's Saka, and I just think it's a little bit unfair, and I just think we need to start keeping an eye on him. And I think the manager, it has to be okay to get the guy off if he's not playing well. Like, he's good, but he's not that good. Like, he's not Messi good, he's not Ronaldo good yet. And I don't think he'll ever reach that level, but it's like, if the guy's not playing well, just take him off, dude. Put Reece Nelson there. Move Jesus onto the right. Bring someone else on. Like, we've got enough options. Bring Vieira. Like, whatever it needs to be. Like, change it up, switch it up. Like, it's okay. It's okay to not have Saka on the pitch. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on that. I don't know. Let's just keep an eye on that. Again, Saka he had another poor game. I thought it was really bad against Fulham. A little bit better today, but not that great. Give us the assist for Rice, and it's in those moments, but that's off a corner, off a set piece. And let's just keep an eye on that. I hope his form picks up. Love the kid, but it's It's okay to criticize. Now, what I wanted from this game is just for Arsenal, they needed to show us some signs of life. That's all. Just show us some signs of life. There was something missing. There's still something missing, right? So the team is not, it's not there yet. You know, whatever it is, whatever magic we had going last season, and I said this before in previous episodes, last season is gone, it's finished, it's over. But I think just what we're looking for is just a little bit of consistency over the 90 minutes. That's all. Just consistency over the 90 minutes. And it's still not there. But I think winning a big game probably it's done enough to just, you know, get the fans back and be like, okay, our team is still there. Like, the boys are still there. They're still there. You know, they're just working something out, whatever this thing is that they're working out, but they're still there. They're still alive. And I think this is what really brought a lot of the tension, you know, going into this game. Like, you could just feel it, right? I mean, it was the same, like, throughout the whole of last week. Usually a week before Manchester United, I'm just like, I'm feeling it, I'm buzzing, I can't wait for the game. But last week it was like Monday went by, Tuesday went by, Wednesday, and I was thinking about it like throughout the week. I was just like, man, I'm just not feeling it yet. Like, we haven't had a moment of, I don't know. The games haven't, you know what I mean? Like, the games haven't had like I don't know. There just hasn't been any sort of fire. And even if the fire came sort of in this manner where we had to, you know, in some instances sort of get away with it a little bit, in some parts of the game, and have luck go away and have it look like we had lost the game, only for everything to turn around and sort of win the game right at the end. I think the team needed it. I think we as the fans needed it as well. And especially going into an international break, 2-week break, it was really needed, and I think it's going to do everyone a lot of good once we get back. And so my nervousness, I think, like, with that being said, and sort of looking back over the last couple of weeks, I mean, I thought it was gone, because this is, and I'll get to the point I'm trying to make now. I thought it was gone, but throughout the summer, I just had this nervousness and this fear and this, you know, sort of pushing it away. Like, I didn't want last season to be a fluke. Right? I didn't want last season to be a fluke. And I think it's a feeling that everyone has had. And I think that's why we've all just been like waiting for the team to be like, yo, like, guys, like, show us, like, dude, show me something. Show us something, please. Like, please don't let it be a fluke, you know? Like, don't mess this up. Just don't mess it up, please. Please play well. Please get it flowing. Please score 5 goals, you know? Please get a clean sheet. Please don't make mistakes. And this has just really created like this tension, you know, that's in every game, in every moment. And this Manchester United game was really just like, you know, just opening the valve a bit and just letting some pressure out for everyone. And with this pressure sort of taken out a little bit, I'm going to go back to what I said last week and the week before, that my opinion and how I judge this team is most likely only going to come next year, February or March. Let's say end of February, around March. Because for me, my valuation or evaluation of this team is really hinging on them being, at least with regard to the performances, the level at which I judge this team, it's only going to come second half of the season, because I think that's when this team is actually going to start playing well. I don't think we are going to put in a good performance for the rest of this year. I think we'll be okay. I think there'll be a couple of games where we play well. I'll be interested to see how we play against Tottenham, and we'll have a look at our fixtures coming up, because we've got Tottenham coming up soon. And I'll be really interested because they're flying, right? They're flying right now, but we're still the better team. And right now, I'm not too worried about performances. I'm more worried about results. Get your points. Try keep as many clean sheets as you can along the way, and just keep a steady pace and just stay with Manchester City. Stay with Manchester City, because after everything they did last season rather, I am very sure that the last thing left for them to do is to go invincible. I think the last thing that they're aiming to do is to go invincible. This is what they want. This is what they're aiming for. I'm almost certain of it. It's just a gut feeling, because what else are they going to do? Right? They already obliterated the treble. They've got the 100 points. They've got the 100 goals. They've done the 3-peat, going for the 4-peat. And I'm sure they want nothing more than to get that Invincibles record, and to do it with more points, more wins, more goals, etc. So just keep pace with them. Keep pace with them until we can get our shit together. And I think the performances are going to come. They're going to come second half of the season. All right, so I want to have a look at our fixtures between the 17th of September, against Everton away, which is when we come back from international break. And the next 7 fixtures up until the 8th of October are some big, big games. And I think we're going into a period now of the season which will be one of the landmarks of the season, this little period here. So we've got Everton away, where we don't usually do well. Then we've got our first Champions League game against PSV at home. And let's not forget how good PSV were in the Europa League last year. Granted, Van Nistelrooy is gone and Xavi Simons is gone, but they're a good side still. We've got the North London derby at home, where we traditionally do very well. Then we've got the Carabao Cup against Brentford, which is going to be a tough fixture. Tough fixture. Then we've got Bournemouth away, Lens away in the Champions League. That should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, a relatively easier week. And then before the international break, we play Manchester City at home. Now that I look at this, and even looking back to our last couple of games, we've had a lot of home games. Like, we haven't really left London yet, We played Nottingham Forest at home. We played Fulham at home. We've played Manchester United at home. Everton is away. And then we've got PSV at home. We've got Tottenham at home. And then we've got Manchester City at home. It's a lot of home games. And I'll be interested to see, the second half of the season is going to be tough. Those are going to be big games in the second half of the season, because we'll have to play Tottenham away and City away, both in the second half of the season. And let's have a look. When do we play them? to be interesting just to see if it's going to be at like really critical points. I mean, we've got City away in March, which is not too bad, but is that the run in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, it's the beginning of the run in. We've got Manchester City, and then we've got Tottenham like in the last 4 games, and Manchester United away. Whew, that is a tough run in. So we've got City away, Tottenham away, and United away, and Brighton away within the last 10 games of the season. So yeah, sorry I got distracted there, but I just thought it would be interesting to see because we've had a lot of home games so far. But yeah, so after the international break, again, I don't think we're going to have like brilliant performances, but we just have to win. Like, we must beat City. We've got to beat Tottenham. And I think it's time to break the hoodoo away at Everton as well. And just, try our best to make light work of these Champions League games. And it would be nice to go on a bit of a cup run as well, in the Carabao Cup. So let's see. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's already been a little bit of a sticky start to the season, but it doesn't get any easier from here on out. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But it's been fantastic week. Again, it's been beautiful to watch the Manchester United fans being miserable all week. I've watched the replays of the game multiple times, the highlights multiple times, and I've had a really good footballing week. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. I will have visuals eventually, but I do work a 9 to 5, so I'm trying to squeeze this in and I'm trying to build momentum. Right now it's still just audio, but there will be visuals coming, but it's not going to be the kind of visuals that you're used to on other channels. It's going to take a lot of work, but eventually there will be something that comes with. So please have a good weekend. Have a good Friday tomorrow, depending on when you're listening to this. And I will chat to you soon. Peace.